Hey everybody, welcome back again to another video. So today, Nintendo decided to talk to their investors about possibly the future in terms of their hardware space. So before we get to that, if you would please hit that like button, comment down below, and consider subscribing to the channel so you do not miss out on any more content. With that out of the way, let's go to the article by VGC. So, speaking during a Japanese investor call, this week translated by VGC contributor Robert Stephenson, I probably said it wrong. Furukawa said the company planned to elevate the risk of resetting its 100 million plus user base by building long-term relationships with its users partly via Nintendo accounts and by using its IP outside of gaming. In recent history, Nintendo followed up its big successes such as the Wii with 101.6 million sold and the Nintendo DS at 154 million sold. I still have my original DS actually, with significantly less popular successors Wii U. Obviously, that's an understatement, you know. I missed on the Wii U because I didn't find out till 2 years before the Switch came out that there was such thing as a Wii U, so I just skipped the Wii U and got the Switch. It was probably the better decision, in my opinion, but anyway. And the 3DS managed 75 million. I have the new 2DS XL still, and Furukawa said the company was mindful of these experiences. Continuing. Here we go. We have already announced a portion of our Switch software roadmap releasing up to next spring. Unlike the past, we continue to have a large variety of games scheduled to be released even beyond 5 years. It's because the Switch has such a smooth launch and allows us to focus all of our development resources on a single platform. However, the question will never be able to just as smoothly transition from the Switch to the next gen is a major concern. Based on our experience with the Wii, DS, and other hardware, it's very clear that one of the obstacles is how to easily transition from one to the next. To help elevate this risk, like they said before, by building long-term relationships with our customers, whether it's through new software on the Switch, also provide service that use Nintendo accounts and other IP outside of gaming. Furukawa previously appeared to hint some form of backwards compatibility could be utilized for its next game console in order to maintain and expand Switch's audience. Speaking to investors in February, Nintendo president said the next-gen console plans are currently nearly 100 million annual playing users, and going forward, it is important to consider how we can maintain and expand on that number. This will also be essential when we consider our plan for the next hardware platform. End quote. So, Nintendo, I got some suggestions, and the first one you seem to know about already, which is full back compat. So, that's worked out for Microsoft. You used to do a phenomenal job with it. Remember, the Wii carried over your DS library? And with the Wii U, your full Wii library, they didn't have GameCube support as far as I can remember for that. So, but you kind of get the idea. Also, your Game Boy Advance games would play on your OG DS and DS Lite, for example, and your full DS library carried over to the 3DS. You kind of get what I'm saying at this point. Obviously, Microsoft done it very well, more than I can ever imagine. Then you can play all 4 generations of Xbox on the series consoles. So, and obviously Sony is, has a little mixed, like the whole back compatible PS4 and PS5 and whatnot, but, that's a given. So anyway, what specs should Nintendo do? Well, here's my first suggestion. 4K. Some form of 4K. Well, most likely 4K DLSS. And so nothing really said about 4K, especially since 4K is mainstream now, and 4K gaming has been a thing, especially on PC for years, and recently on consoles with the mid-gen refreshes from last generation, the PS4 Pro and the One X, and also now the PS5 and the Series X. So yeah, 4K DLSS Nintendo for docked, yep. And as for handheld, 1080p 60 FPS locked 1080p 60 FPS the minimum. Maybe do 1440p, maybe a possible, maybe. Now, obviously, that frame rate, it's gotta be 60, because, it is hard to go back to 30 after playing at a higher frame rate. So, man, I remember, playing the Doom 2016 at 30 FPS. That was definitely jarring, but it still was a solid port. Same thing with, who would have thought Witcher 3 on the Switch? Who the heck saw that coming? So, I guess, obviously full back compat, so everything will carry over. So I remember hearing that the transfer process from the Wii to the Wii U was a major pain in the ass. When I got my new 2DS XL, oh my gosh, it was hell. transferring my 3DS data to the 2DS XL when I got it. That was a train wreck. That was a living nightmare. I just hope that, they just keep it simple, do them, obviously next gen platform still a hybrid, because that did so well with the Switch. It was again another risk by Nintendo, and it paid off completely. I never would imagine the Switch would do this well, coming off of the failure that the Wii U was. So in all, just sum it up, Nintendo, do full back compat, and also do 4K DLSS for docked, and 1080p 60 FPS for handheld, and keep the hybrid model since it works so well. Don't try to completely change up the game again, because that has definitely backfired on you in the past. Look, Wii U, for example. I know people say the Virtual Boys, but is that really a home console though? At least traditionally anyway. So I don't think Nintendo will go back to full traditional console, because look at the Wii again. Look at the Wii U. That backfired on them. It's their lowest selling home console ever, with only not even 15 million units sold, which is abysmal. That is definitely a flop. I know Wii U has some great games, because I bought plenty of Wii U ports, that they ported to the Switch, so even I know that. So all in all, to wrap this up, so do a 4K DLSS for the dock, 1080p 60 at least, for handheld mode, and just keep it a hybrid system, because I love the hybrid concept so much, and it would suck to go from a hybrid like the Switch back to a traditional home console like the other two. So anyway, that's it for this video. What do you guys think of this news? Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you like this video, hit the like button on the way out. It really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any more content, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.